All right, let me just see this one more time, if you don't mind. So here.
Mhm.
Okay, this is the hesitation, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
All right, so here you grab boost. Obviously, your mate has zero boost. The moment your mate has zero boost, I think what you need to be aware of is try not to expect too much, right? So in
Okay.
my head, when I just see this, I just think I need to get onto this ball soon. This is what it means. When you're second man and your mate has no boost, it usually means that I need to get close. Sorry, let me rephrase that one more time. I like to be very clear with what I'm saying. If you're second man with boost and your first man has the ball with no boost or has some sort of possession with no boost, it means that I need to latch on to this ball as soon as possible. Naturally, because your mate has no boost, it means the play is going to be slower, which means that the opponent is going to come into him quicker, or something is about to happen pretty soon because of your mate's lack of boost, right?
Okay.
And it's usually going to come from your mate messing up or the opponent going in to challenge pretty quickly. So here, I'm just gonna glue my eyes onto the ball and getting ready to latch onto this ball in case anything happens. So when you're pushing forward, and the moment this ball gets whiff, is this is the exact moment we should be trying to jump and beat this guy here,
Gotcha.
right? But what happened was it looked like you kind of thrown off by your mate whiffing or missing the ball completely, and then this happens. Is that a fair assessment? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
say, and it caused me to hesitate a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. Sometimes understanding your mate's position and situation in terms of their boost and what kind of control they have on the ball will help you to figure out what you need to do next, and that will help you with your hesitation a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um. Okay. What do you think you could have done better here? So here you take a touch and then you try to jump, and obviously we kind of get dunked a little bit.
Mhm.
If you had like another chance, if you could go back in time and do something else.
I would probably try to not catch it there
Yeah,
and try to take it low for a 50-50.
that's definitely one option. But try to assess the situation. I'll ask you a question, right? So this
Mhm.
happens. Let me go back a little bit more so we have a bit more context. So you're here, you're defending net. You know your teammate is all the way here. This guy's pushing up. You go towards net. He goes for the a pass. So he's rotating away, right? Your teammate
Mhm.
is on the way back grabbing the mid boost, right? This
Mhm.
happens. So he's now stuck on your side, right? Here's the
Mhm.
question. When the ball comes towards you here, is your intention should your intention be to slow down the play, or should we speed up the play?
Um, Teammates coming back. I I would say, I mean, yeah, both defenders are back in my half. I'd say speed the play up here.
Exactly. And what did we do?
We kind of slowed it down by trying to catch there.
Exactly. And by
Okay.
slowing it down, what did it invite?
A challenge.
Yes, also known as pressure.
Okay.
So here, what you could have done, and I probably will fail it just because it's just mechanics, right?
Mm.
Is you could just flick pop. I call it like a pop flick. So here, like that, or even higher maybe if you can, like that. This is how you
Gotcha.
speed up the play, right? And then maybe your teammate will be there. So here, like that. That's exactly what I was gonna go for. Something like that,
Okay.
right? So this is how you speed up the play, and now you're on offense, and you don't have to worry about defense any longer. Okay, that's
Gotcha.
also a good one. Do you see how good that one was?
Mm.
That's you
Mm.
really popped it high, you sped it up, and you can also then go for an aerial and go for a double tap or something, right?
Gotcha.
So really important to recognize when we should speed up, when we should slow down the play, I would say. Nice, staying, nice, nice, good positioning. Ooh, All right, I'll let you give the analysis and just what was going on here.
Um, I I would say I just got awkward in the corner, and
Mm,
I I don't know. I like need to go up the corner here, up backboard maybe,
mm,
or keep not.
um, yeah, I think what you're doing is you're going ahead of the ball.
Okay.
So watch your car. You'll see in a second. So watch. Okay, you're ahead of the ball. You're driving ahead of the ball. You're still ahead of the ball. You're still ahead of the ball. And then you're still ahead of the ball. And because you're ahead of the ball, what does that cause?
Kills my momentum because I have to slow down for the ball.
True, true. That is definitely true. But what does it also like? It gives you a lack of what too?
Awareness because my camera's
Yeah,
straight in the air.
there you go. You can't see anything, bro. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
So here, as you probably already know, so the moment this happens, you kind of want to track it like this. You see how much easier that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of get behind it. So the only reason why I turn ball cam on is just to get the boost, right? If you're not comfortable with
Mm.
that or something, you can still do. Oh yeah, sorry, it's just my habit. I can't do it. But like
No
here,
worries.
you can get behind it, and there we go. We can clear it to the corner. And
Gotcha.
yes, you might not be able to see them completely, but you'll also have a bit more awareness by the blue tags. You see the blue tags? You kind of see their names pop
Yeah.
up. So this is how we do it. And then here you can clear it away to the corner and you're chilling. So I would
Um,
say don't get in front of the ball, get behind the ball. The problem is
okay.
it's super awkward. If you do get behind in front of the ball and this comes here, I always just flip. I don't try
Okay.
to risk controlling it because you don't know where the challenge is coming from. Like, how are you supposed to 50 something correctly if you don't even know, if you can't even see how you're going to get challenged? It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible. So, what I do if I ever find myself in an awkward situation, and some people say, oh, you're giving the ball away, but I'd rather give the ball away than not make an informed decision. This because if I just control this and get dunked on, I didn't make an informed decision. Let me go back, sorry. So here, I'll just probably just flick it away. Yes, the second man
Gotcha.
might get it, but who cares? Let's just reset and play defense again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's if you find yourself in this situation. But obviously, optimally, you don't want to be in this situation. You want to be behind the ball, which makes it easier to track, okay?
Gotcha.
Um, Let me go back and just watch that again. Okay. Do you notice anything? Not this part,
Um,
not this part, because obviously you thought that he was going to clear the ball, right?
yeah.
That's fine. Like you turning around here because you thought he was going to hit the ball. That's not really what I'm noticing here. I'll
Uh,
replay it. Have a little watch.
it's a 2v1, so I can probably be closer to my teammate or position up a
What do you
little
mean?
further
As in like
for
closer
the
to
pass.
um as in like not position mid.
No, position mid, but I would say position further up because it's
So
a
closer to the
2v1.
net.
Yeah.
Um True, but here this might surprise you, but here we don't it's you can position mid, but it's not optimal to position mid here.
Okay.
Um, where do you think you should position?
Probably behind my teammate then.
Like directly behind?
Not directly behind, but with a little bit of space behind him, I guess. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, so
Okay.
here you actually want to position. Do you see where that pad is?
Uh,
Just that
which one?
the one I'm kind of using my camera to point
Yeah.
out, like the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
nearest to us,
Hmm.
right? You actually want to position like where the white. zigzag, not zigzag lines, but the white kind of like gap lines and the blue line, kind of like in that little area there. So let me show you. So here, like here.
Okay.
Why though? Like, what's the difference between you positioning there? Like, because the concept just seems the same thing, right? Generally, it seems like you're just doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, I would say because I'd be the first to the ball there versus the opponent because I'm positioned at their because he's in the middle of the net and I'm positioned at the far post, closer to the ball, kind of.
Um, I mean, true, but there's something else. You're not wrong in saying that. All
Gotcha.
right, so here, so you want to go somewhere like here. Now,
Okay.
the reason is because I wish I can. The annoying thing about jumping replays is that I can't pause it when I'm controlling your car, so I have to use a normal pause, but then it blocks like the whole screen. So I'll try my best to explain it as much as possible. Okay.
Okay.
The reason why we should position somewhere like this is two reasons. Well, probably more, but I'll just try to give as many reasons as possible. One, it's easier for your mate to pass to you.
Okay.
What does that mean? If you position mid the way you did, right?
Mhm.
When your mate tries to pass to you mid, there is always the fear that the pass could be intercepted by the guy in net, which means they have an open goal to score. Yes, there could be a chance they might not intercept it and you could score, right? Possibly.
Mhm.
But when you position like this, it means that when your mate passes to you, it's almost 100% that you're going to get the ball before they could ever get the ball,
Okay.
right? Yes, does it mean that you might have less angle to like shoot onto the net? Possibly, but the angle still looks pretty good to shoot on net, doesn't it?
Mhm.
From this angle. But the other reason is if they clear the ball. So if this guy up here, so if your mate doesn't opt to pass the ball, but which is basically what he does here. He doesn't really pass it to you. He kind of just pops it as like a pop shot towards the net, right?
Mhm.
If the opponent clears the ball, it's much easier to defend the clear, as in like it's less awkward. Why? Because pretend right now, so I'm gonna show you, but pretend right now he clears the ball, right? So the ball's going towards him. So I'm gonna play the game again. The ball goes towards him and he pops it and it goes up in the air. You have an easier time to defend the clear. Do you see
Gotcha.
that? But
Yeah.
what you did, watch what you did. You positioned mid, which seems again logically it makes sense, right? But
Mhm.
now there's a big gap between you and mate. So if he does pass it to you, this area right in between you two, if the opponent is brave enough and can read the opponent's car that he's going to pass to you, the opponent would have crept up much further, wouldn't have like stayed in net the way he is now, especially at the higher levels. He would have crept up further, and once your teammate tries to pass to you, they would have crept into that gap and cleared it away, and it would have been big, big trouble, right?
Okay.
But let's
Yeah.
say hypothetically they don't creep up, right? And let's say your teammate hits the ball, which is what they did, towards the opponent's net, and the guy tries to save it. Now, because you're in the middle of the net, yes, granted you do play a lot more safe and you turn around, but if they boom this ball over your head, it's just a lot more awkward to deal with. If you're
Okay.
mechanically gifted and you're mechanically strong, yes, you can probably still deal with it. But it's just a lot more awkward to kind of get to this ball if they really boom it hard. But if you go back here, so oops, sorry, let me do it again. So if you go back here and then they boom it, you can kind of turn away and cover your ground a lot easier, at least from my perspective. Good, good, good positioning. Um, this was good. You're playing the last 30 seconds have been quite solid.
Okay.
This is good. This is good positioning. Um, here. Okay, I would say, um, I can definitely see what you're doing here. So here, what you do is you're turning for the 50, right?
Hmm.
But you're turning slightly prematurely,
Okay.
right? You're just turning back a slight. I mean, but it does make sense why you do that because you're on the safe side. So here, I will probably just turn a bit later. So here, and then I'll probably like if once I notice that it's gonna go past me, close here, I'll just stay. Okay, now I can. There we go. So if you actually stayed and pointed towards the ball and didn't actually turn, you probably could have scored this. If you stayed like this, teammate comes in, maybe you could have scored, or maybe it would have got blocked or something, right?
Okay.
Here we just turn a bit too early. Um, and yes, it could pinch into your net, but you gotta play on the odds. It's probably unlikely that it will go towards your net, considering how big the field is and how small the net is.
Hmm.
To play off that kind of probability, sometimes you gotta gamble a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and then now when your teammate passes it, this kind of happens. And then at that point, I think we needed to turn away. So here, the moment you're in this position and your teammate passes it, you can't go. You can't even attempt to linger around anymore. You just have to play defense. So the moment this happens, you just got to turn back like now. And now you'll have a lot of time to go and grab this ball here. You see that?
Okay.
The
Yeah.
problem is that you linger. So what happened is you turned away, you notice that, oh, I shouldn't have turned away. My mate just passed it. Let me go back, but it's too late now. So then you try to go back, but then you realize, oh no, I can't go back anymore. It's too late. Let me turn away.
Mhm.
You see what's going on
Yeah.
here? But
Yeah.
you gotta accept that, okay, the opportunity's gone. Let me just get back on defense and play the next phase of play. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. Mate is being pushed far away. So look at this. Mate is being pushed far away. Low boost. You're challenging this as first man. Do we play fast or do we play slow?
Here, I would say I would probably try to play slow so my teammate can get boost
Yes, get
and
boost, grab some pads,
reposition.
reposition. The problem is that you play fast. What do we mean by this? So here you get the boost and you start going fast. You're going fast, you're going fast. And because you're going fast, this forces the opponent to then flick it, which is fine because it feels like you did a good job in the sense that you forced the first man to make a play that they probably didn't want to make a play, which is this kind of flick. But then, look, this happens. Now, in hindsight, like this looks like, oh, it worked out. Like, what's the problem? It worked out. My teammate was there for the second ball. What's the issue? The issue is this. You get beat as first man, right? And the only reason why your mate gets to the ball is because this guy here messes up his recovery. Watch it. Watch his car.
Oh yeah.
Look. Watch him. Do you see that?
Yeah.
If he didn't mess up his recovery and he landed smoothly onto the wall, that's it. He has, not only does he have possession, he'll be able to get to this ball a lot quicker than your mate, and he would be on the wall, which also means he will have height advantage. So then he can jump off the wall. Your mate will have to like turn away because he can't challenge because he doesn't have height advantage. Then your mate is in a 1v1 situation with no boost, which is absolutely terrible. And this would be all on you. 100% this would be all on you. So here, what we do is we fake challenge. So here, oh, let me just, so here, you do this, and then you can kind of fake challenge. Oops. Maybe you like this fake challenge. He flicks early, but then again, the only reason why I can't really show you what it truly looks like is because obviously, in the jump and replay, he only flicks it early because in the real
Yeah.
game you went quickly. But reality is that here you play it slowly, and then maybe if the opponent plays it slowly too because you're going slow, then you can slowly creep in 50, and then by that time there should be enough time for your mate to get boost and come back, right? Um,
Yeah.
but generally that's what you want to do. Just go here, fake challenge, and then try to buy some time for your mate by pushing the ball further into the side of the field, which gives your teammate a bit more time to also join you and get some boost and stuff like that. So that's something to just consider, okay?
Okay.
Nice, hold on. Um, this is fine. Again, I'm just battling my my thoughts between what my instincts are and what is actually the correct play. The reason why I do this twist is because, you know, I'm also learning too. So when I'm watching your replay, I'm also learning from you. So sometimes I want to tell you what my instinct is, but my instinct could also be wrong, and I don't want to feed you the wrong information. I also want to feed you the information that is correct, even if it goes against what I would do in the game. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to correct you, but also trying to find a way to correct myself at the same time. So I want us both to learn at the same time, which is really, really helpful. So here, okay. It looks good. Do you think your positioning here is good? Do you think this decision here is good? Be honest. Do you feel like you did pretty well?
I would say my only critique on it would be I feel like I got there a little too soon, and so I didn't come into the ball with momentum because I had a backup. You know what I mean? So like if I had slowed down a little bit, I think. It
Okay, so right now you're in this position. Pretend right now you can replay this moment. What would you do here from this moment? Just pretend to guide me.
I would have. Oh, first of all, I probably would have grabbed that boost since it's.
No, pretend. There. Pretend you can't get this boost. Like this, you're in this position now, so you can't really turn back with this boost. Go ahead.
I feel like I'd rotate back post there and then slowly creep up as the play is happening.
So this.
Yeah, and then creep up as the play's happening.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like this. Okay. So with both answers, meaning the new answer that you gave me and the old answer, which is basically what you did here, right? Is we haven't really, what have we not considered as an option, as what could happen?
A bump, I guess.
A bump is risky because this right now does not look like an easy shot to score, does it, for the opponent?
No.
So if they go to bump you and then they miss the bump, or you see the bump and you jump over them and then they miss the shot, then it's an open net for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know then.
Well, it's quite simple, honestly. Is what if they just pass out to me? Like they just dime him a ball right to his face. Do you think we can get there in time to stop the shot?
No.
This is the issue. And even with your new answer, it was still an issue. Watch. So you said, I'm going to go here. Kind of to here. Now watch. If he passes ball out here, we can't turn in time and challenge. So my instinct, and again, my instinct could be wrong. I've thought this through, but I'll play out my instinct. So here, my instinct would have been to go here. And try to deal with this ball at the source of the problem. So whenever I feel like I can deal with the problem at the source of the issue, and the source of the issue is the player on the ball right now. It's not the second guy right now. The problem is that the source of the issue becomes the second player now. Now he's no longer the source of the problem. It's the second man that's the source of the problem, which is the pass. That's my problem right now. Before, the second man in this position, I don't care about the second man. I don't really care what he's doing right now. So in my head, I'm thinking, can I cut this at the source of the problem? Can I? Yes. Now, you might be thinking, well, if the opponent sees that I'm up the backboard, he might play it quickly, right? This is true. This is true. So if he goes here, plays it quickly, where is he likely going to hit it? If he plays it quickly?
To the backboard. To
the backboard. Because the only way he can get a pass off from this position is if he delays. Look, delays. Look, watch his car. He delays, and he tries to get the pass off because that's the only way to create an angle to push the ball that way. So by going here, backboard, if he plays slowly, oh my god, I hate it when the game does that, sorry. So if he plays it slowly, well, boom. I dealt with the ball at the source of the problem. And if he decides to go quickly, which we can't see in the replay, if he goes quickly, I'm on backboard and I can just block whatever he's trying to do quickly.
Gotcha.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Right? So I do hope that was insightful. Excuse the pun.
Yeah, that was.
Good challenge in the end. Unfortunate boost grab. Yep, grabbing the corner boost here is perfectly fine because your mate has possession. Pushing up forward. Yep, have the turn around. Nice demo by your teammate. So here. I want to show you something. Pretend I'm analyzing this. Pretend I'm analyzing Arctic, right? The same thing applies. The same thing applies. He sees that you have no boost. He booms it. What does she do? Should he play slow or play fast? Like at this moment, once he grabs this boost here.
Probably. I want to say. Try to play it fast.
Okay. So here, try to look at it again.
Okay.
You have no boost, right? You're the one with no boost. Him booming it, and he also has low boost. Him booming it like this. Is this the correct decision?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Because you have low boost, he has low boost. He needs to boom it so that way, one, it puts them on defense and allows you and your and himself to get some boost, right? Yep. But now he's boomed it really far, right? And you're at this moment, you also need to be aware of your teammate and calculate in your head how many seconds they need to get back into the play. So from this moment, so pretend we're Arctic, right? When he booms it like this, in this position, if I flick back to you, I'm assuming that you just got boost. Where are you? Look at that. I just guessed, right? And it was perfect. It was a perfect guess, wasn't it? So I know, okay. So then I know that, okay, my teammate just got boost. He's pushing up. So now, when in this position, if I'm Arctic, I'm thinking my teammate is just pushing up to halfway line. Look at this. I'm right. We're just guessing, and all these answers seem to be correct, right?
Yeah.
But because my teammate is pushing up just above the halfway line, if I go for this ball, my teammate is still far away. He's just pushing up the halfway line. So even if I get this ball here and I pass it mid, you're still miles away. You see that? So this is why. So here, what he needed to do, this is correct, right? Now, with all of this information in his head, he needs to think to himself, I can't jump for this ball. I gotta just play it a bit slow, not slow, but apply pressure, show presence, like get really, really close, but don't fully commit. Because if I fully commit now, my teammate isn't close enough for the second ball, which means that if he doesn't get the second ball, he's going to be left in a 1v1, which is what happens, and we'll go back and look at it, right? So here, what your teammate need to do was just play ground, play a bit solid, maybe get it for the 50, whatever it might be, right? Just here, maybe control this ball like this, and then maybe pass it mid or whatever it might be. But because your teammate goes early and you're still trying to catch up to the play, look what happens. He misses. Oh no, this is not a good situation, is it?
No.
Right? Because now you're on defense. So what happened was you guys were supposed to be on offense, but because your teammate played it quicker than what you were able to keep up with, we're now back on defense, which should never be the case. You were supposed to be on offense here. And you see how these small decisions can switch from offense to defense? It's insane, right?
Yeah.
So now you're like, oh shit, man, I have to go back and defend. Like I thought I got boosted during the fun and have some attacking play. Now I'm playing defense. So like, what the heck happened? It's because your teammate played it too quick, and now your teammate is struggling to get back. And now, fortunately, it works out. But in some situations, it might not work out, right?
Yeah.
All right, nice.